want to give all glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham. We give all glory and praises to our Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. We out here to wake up our people and show you the truth according to the Bible. Because a lot of our people is not getting the truth in these last days. A lot of our people don't know that we are living in the last days. So we out here to wake our people up and bring you to repentance. If anybody have questions, come on up and ask your questions. And we're going to give you answers straight from the Bible. All right? We out here serving the Lord in truth and sincerity, so we're going to go ahead and get into it, all right, Israel? So we out here for you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, letting you know who you are according to the Bible, all right? So let's go ahead and get that. Go ahead and bring that out, Hebrew.
The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2, and verse 15. Study to show thyself approved.
Hey, what did the Bible say?
Study to show thyself approved.
What did God say?
Study to show thyself approved.
And we got to study the Bible to show ourselves to be approved, right? A lot of the times our people don't even read the Bible, so they don't really know what's going on when it comes to the Bible. A lot of our people go to church and we listen to the pastors, but we really don't pick up this book and read it for ourselves. How can we ourselves know what's going on if we don't read the Bible? God told us to study to show thyself improved, right? Go ahead and read, huh?
Study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
And we ain't ashamed when it comes to this book. We're not ashamed to serve the Lord. We're not ashamed to scream Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, all right? Because we truly know our God, man. And we out here to serve our God in truth and sincerity. Go ahead and read what you got, huh?
It's the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth.
And God said, this book of the law shall not depart out of our mouths. Right? The book of the law should not depart out of our mouths, man. We got to understand that. This is the book of the law. So when the pastor say the laws is done away with, man, they lead you astray. Alright? A light bulb should be going off in your head when you hear that the laws is done away with. How can the Bible be called the book of the law if the laws is done away with? And yeah, we got to come back and serve our spiritual God power in truth and sincerity. What you preach about?
The book of Malachi, chapter 2, and verse 7. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge.
What did God say?
For the priest's lips should keep knowledge.
What did the Bible say?
For the priest's lips should keep knowledge.
And God said the priest's lips should keep knowledge. What else, huh?
And they shall seek the law at his mouth.
What these pastors supposed to be doing?
And they shall seek the law at his mouth.
And God said these pastors, the law is supposed to be coming out of their mouth when they teaching the congregation or teaching our people. They must be teaching the laws, right? Go ahead and read what you got, from the top. No,
This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, for thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein.
We got to do all that's written in this book. Go ahead, huh?
For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous.
Then God will make our way prosperous, right? We all out here struggling, trying to get to the top on our own. We all trying to grow on our own without the Most High God. That's what got us in trouble in the first place, because we want to do everything without Him. Go ahead and read, huh?
And then thou shalt have good success.
Then shall we have good success, man. When we doing what we supposed to be, being obedient children, keeping God's laws, statutes, and commandments. Go ahead and read, huh?
Have not I commanded thee?
What did God say?
Have not I commanded thee?
God is commanding us something. Go ahead and read, huh?
Be strong and of good courage.
He told us to be strong and of good courage. Read, huh?
Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord thy God is with thee, whether thou shalt thou guest.
So we ain't to be afraid, for we got the Lord thy God with us. A lot of our people is afraid of getting evicted, right? A lot of our people are afraid of our funds because they ain't got the Lord with them. Y'all have a one and only true God, but y'all not serving Him, man. That's why we on the bottom of society. We out here to wake our people up, to lift our people up in spirit and truth. Go ahead and read, huh?
Then Joshua commanded the officers of the people, saying, Pass through the haste, and command the people, saying, Prepare you victuals, for within 3 days they shall pass over this Jordan to go into possess the land which the Lord your God giveth you.
And God gave us a good land to go to because we disobeyed and stopped following His laws, statutes, and commandments. We got the bottom of the food chain now. So now we on the bottom. Now we looking up, wondering how can we on the bottom and how can we get up off of the bottom? We have a God. We have a God who created heaven and earth. But a lot of y'all don't want to serve him. A lot of y'all want to put the work in on your own and think you're going to get somewhere. All you're going to find yourself in is ups and downs and ups and downs. We tired of the ladder. We got to be tired of that ladder. One minute we up and like in a second, just like that, we down again. Because you ain't serving the Lord in spirit and in truth. You're not keeping God's laws and commandments we told you to do. We tired of being obedient children of Israel, and that's you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Go ahead and read up.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 13 and verse 18. Poverty and shame shall be to him that refuseth instruction.
And God say, poverty and shame shall be to you who refuses instruction. The Bible instruction. The Bible gives us guidelines. The Bible tells us how to conduct ourselves. Hey, the Bible tells us how to live, right? Go ahead and read up.
But he that regardeth reproof,
What the Bible say?
but he that regardeth reproof
He that regarded this Bible, who don't want to pick up this Bible and read up,
shall be honored.
shall be honored, right? But what you got?
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. And the haughty people of the earth do languish.
The haughty people of the earth is going to languish. Go ahead, up.
The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
Because this whole earth is defiled. This earth is not being ruled in righteousness. Everything on this earth is defiled, man. And our people is following negativity, following sin to keep it going. Ain't nobody trying to raise up and keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments and push this truth the way we ought to be doing. We ain't pushing this truth on our loved ones. We're not doing that. So that's why we're on the bottom as a people. Go ahead and read, up.
Because they have transgressed the laws.
What the Bible say?
Because they have transgressed the law.
Why does this happen to us?
Because they have transgressed the law.
We're on the bottom of the state because they transgressed the laws. Read up.
Changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
And we changed God's ordinance and broke the everlasting covenant that we had with our Lord God, man. We broke it. We chose not to serve him in truth and sincerity. We chose not to keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. We chose that we wanted to live filthy instead of living righteously. Go ahead and read, up.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
Now we're going to go ahead and get into some prophecies today to warn our people of the things that's coming. Because a lot of our people just think that this world is going to continue to go forever. People say the coronavirus then came and gone, right? The gas prices down on the eastern hemisphere, they done came and gone, right? So America about to get up, you know, they giving out all these stimulus checks, right? Everybody good with the unemployment, everybody living kind of comfortable, everybody think America about to get right back on his feet. But y'all sleeping out here, because God tells us a whole nother story that y'all unaware of, man. Go ahead and read up from the top.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 7 and verse, Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
Now we were coming into a time where we have never seen on this earth before. And God calls it the times of Jacob's troubles. So we're going to read out of the Bible and warn you, because our job is to come out here and warn the people. Let me get that in the book of Exodus chapter 30. Ezekiel 3 verse 17, Ezekiel 3 verse 17. Read that one more time,
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 7. Alas, for that time, alas, for that day is great, so that
day is great. At last, finally, we about to get the kingdom. Finally, it's about to be a shift change. Finally, we about to get off the bottom. If you're keeping God's laws, statutes, and commandments, but if you're not, you will be destroyed, and you will see what that lake of fire is truly about, since a lot of people take it as a fairy tale. Go ahead,
Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
But the ones that's keeping God's laws, statutes, and commandments is going to be saved out of that thing, man. God is coming back for war. Go ahead and read what you got,
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman.
God made us a watchman. He made us watchmen. He's commanded us to come out here. Read,
Unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me.
And that's what we out here to do, give y'all warnings, since a lot of y'all don't read the Bible and you don't know what's coming. We know the prophecies. That's why it's called prophecy, because we are told aforetime. It's all written in the book. It's written in our guidelines. God is so much of a great father, he tells us the thing that's going to happen before it happens so we can get ourselves together.
Right.
We are you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the biblical Israelites, but they don't want us to notice because they want to keep us in sin. They don't want us getting the kingdom because they cannot get the kingdom. Go ahead and read, huh?
When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest not, Salakia,
Thou sayest to the wicked, thou shalt surely die if we do not give y'all warning. Read, huh?
nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way,
We out here to warn the wicked of their wicked ways.
to save his life.
To save y'all lives, because we love you the same way Christ loved you, the same way God himself loved us, man. We out here to warn you and save your life from the destruction that's coming, which is very soon.
The same wicked man shall die in his iniquity.
So if we don't warn our people, that same wicked man gonna die in this iniquity, what's gonna happen to us?
But his blood will I require at thine hand.
So God gonna require the blood on our hands if we don't come out and warn y'all. So we gotta do our jobs as prophets and servants of the Lord. And that's what we out here to do, give warning. Go ahead and read your piece up, huh?
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 7 and verse 23. But this thing commanded I them, saying, obey my voice, and I will be your God, and ye shall be my people, and walk ye in all the ways that I have commanded you, that it may be well unto you.
God told us to walk in his ways. We gotta walk in the Messiah ways. We're not doing that. How we walking in the Messiah ways? The Messiah never smoked weed. He never smoked cigars. He wasn't going around hustling. He was going around to you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the 12 tribes of the house of Israel, giving you the knowledge to get you in the kingdom. That was his job way back then in the beginning, but this is our time now at the end. We are living in the last days. Go ahead and jump to second Ezra. Let's get to it. 15:15. We'll have you get that off. Second Ezra chapter 15:15. Now let's get real now. Let's read the things out of the Bible that your pastors refuse to warn you about. But the pastor to tell you a good sermon, teach a good word, teach everything gonna be all right. We gonna teach the Bible, thus says the Lord. Go ahead and read up.
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 15.
Bring it out.
For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
Start at 14, Slakia.
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world.
God say woe to the world. Woe in the Bible means destruction. So he's saying destruction to the world. Read up.
And them that dwell therein.
And the occupants and everybody who dwell in this world. Read up.
For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
What did he say?
For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
Read on up.
And one people shall stand up and fight against another.
One people shall stand up and fight against another. We talking about the race wars that's we coming into. A lot of y'all don't think it's about to pop off, which I think the Black Lives Matter movement was for. That ain't work. They still killing us. We still screaming. We out here, no justice, with our hands up talking about don't shoot. That's starting to go down now. We have been doing it for so much, and it ain't getting us nowhere. We're not prospering from that thing. Read up.
And swords in their hands.
And what?
And swords in their hands.
Swords is a weapon. When the Bible talk about swords, it's talking about a weapon. Read up.
For there shall be sedition among men.
This will be what?
For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another.
What they gonna be doing?
And invading one another.
People gonna be breaking into one another's houses. Go ahead and read up.
They shall not regard their kings nor princes.
You ain't gonna listen to what the presidents they say, what the governors say, what the government is saying. People that's going to disregard the people that's in high places. Read up.
And the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Go ahead up.
A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
You're going to try to go to the next city over to see your loved ones, but you ain't going to be able to because you're going to be blocked off with the military, ready to kill, on sight. Read up.
For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled.
Because of their what?
For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled.
And a lot of our people out here is prideful. Because you got everything you want. You're living comfortable now, so now you're prideful and you don't think these things are going to happen. You don't believe in your own God who created heaven and earth and who created you and everything that you see in it. Read up.
The houses shall be destroyed.
They're what?
The houses shall be destroyed.
Go ahead up.
And men shall be afraid.
And men shall what?
And men shall be afraid.
Men shall what?
And men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor.
A man ain't gonna have no pity upon his neighbor. You know your neighbor's house? The ones that you in cahoot with, the one that you alright with, the ones that you speak to every time you see them. There ain't gonna be no speaking. It's gonna be enemies at this point. Read up.
But shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods.
And take their goods. They're gonna run in your house and take your water, take your food, because they're gonna need it. Now why is this gonna happen, though?
Because of the lack of bread.
Because of the what?
Because of the lack of bread.
Because of the what?
Because of the lack of bread.
It's going to be a food shortage, and they've been saying in 2020 that 2021 is going to be a famine of food, that they're going to run out of food. They warned us about this. It was on your CNN news. It was on your neighborhood news, right? It was on KDKA. They warned you, but because our people are so stuck up in the loop, we forget about the things that we're supposed to be remembered. And we keep hold on, attached to the things that don't matter. We're attached to Jimmy down the street that got that loud. We're attracted to things with a person that got that fix for us. But we're not paying attention to your soul. We are paying attention of the physical, but not the spiritual. We got to understand this, Israel. Go ahead and read what you got, huh?
And for great tribulation.
And for what?
And for great tribulation.
After we are coming into great tribulation.
That's right.
Great tribulation. Let me get the book of Ezra chapter 9, verse 7, huh? Right? 2nd Ezra 9, verse 7. Read what you got.
The book of 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed shall.
Now this is how we're going to get saved out of destruction that's coming. By your faith and by your works. By your faith and by works. That's the only way you're going to be saved up out of this thing, man. We got to understand it. We're in the book of James chapter 2:17. Now go ahead and read that one more time from the top.
The book of 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape.
Everyone that is saved and everyone that will escape
by his works and by faith.
By his works and by faith. You got it, King? Don't worry about it. You got it? Everybody that's going to survive this thing, withstand this thing, is going to be by your faith in Christ, Yahweh, and by the works. The works is following God's laws. Moses gave us laws, statutes, and commandments. We know about the 10 commandments, but we kind of forgot about his laws. You can't have one without the other. Go ahead and read up.
Whereby ye have believed shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land.
Hey, we're going to see the salvation when he takes us back to our land. He's taking us back to Israel. That's why Israel's in the uproar, because it's about to be overthrown. It's about to be destroyed. And when the Messiah cracked that sky, he's going to take the obedient children who was keeping God's laws, statutes, and commandments and take us back to our land and destroy America, which is Babylon the Great in the Bible. We got to understand, if we don't read the Bible, we don't understand the warnings. We don't understand the threats. We don't understand the dangers that's about to come to this place, man. Every different rulership of every king has failed, has toppled down. Every country has toppled down, man. Don't think America's just going to live on and not be destroyed. God said he's going to destroy it. God ain't no liar, man. Go ahead and read up.
And within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning.
God sanctified us all from the beginning. Go ahead and read up.
Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways.
Now the people is going to be a pitiful case that has abused God's ways. Give me Isaiah chapter 17, verse 7. People going to truly know that it's the Lord that's bringing upon this destruction. But right now, y'all don't truly understand it, because everything is all right. Everybody's living kind of good, so ain't nobody worrying about God. Go ahead and read up.
And they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments.
Hey, read that one more time.
The book of 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways.
If you abuse God's ways by throwing away his laws, statutes, and commandments, what's going to happen?
And they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment.
They shall dwell in what?
Shall dwell in torment.
They shall dwell in what?
Shall dwell in torment.
They're going to live in peace.
Shall dwell in torments. For such as in their life have received benefits.
We have received benefits in this life. A lot of our people are receiving WIC, Section 8, housing, free housing, right? SNAP, right? Our people are comfortable, but what did God say?
For such as in their life have received benefits have not known me.
They have not known God because you got the benefits. You got everything you need, so you're not relying on the Most High God. Read up.
And they that have loathed my law,
They that cast away God's law,
while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them.
they that cast away God's laws when repentance was open unto you,
Understood not,
they understood not.
but despised it.
But did what?
But despised it.
But despise God's laws. Instead of coming up to get repentance, true repentance, you cast it away. Right? Go ahead and read up.
The same must know it after death by pain.
After death by what?
After death by pain.
After death by what?
After death by pain.
It's pain after death if you're not keeping God's laws, statutes, and commandments. It ain't no easier way how to say it, man. We ain't going to teach what the church is going to teach. We ain't going to teach all good things of the Bible. We're going to teach the good and the bad of the Bible. We're going to teach the whole Bible, thus said the Lord. Go ahead and read what you got, Art.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 17, verse 7. At that day shall a man look to his maker, and in his... Salakia.
From the top again one more time, Hebrew.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 17, verse 7. At that day shall a man look to his maker, and his eyes shall have respect to the Holy One of Israel.
So when this destruction come, now y'all gonna look to y'all maker. Y'all gonna be looking and relying on the Most High God who created heaven and earth. But at that time, it's gonna be too late. We out here to give you the medicine now. A lot of our people refuse God. A lot of our people never read the Bible, but them the same people that say they know the book. We study this book day and night. We just can't come out here and quote scriptures. We ain't allowed to do that. God will put us to death. We got to come out here in truth and sincerity and give it to you raw and uncut. Because the truth hurts, man. The truth hurts. We out here for you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Read that one more time from the top, huh?
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 17, verse 7. At that day shall a man look to his maker, and his eyes shall have respect to the Holy One of Israel.
Book of Isaiah chapter 30 verse 20. Y'all go ahead and read up.
The book of 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown.
Suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. We got a good taste, a good dose of that when the coronavirus hit. When y'all had to stay in your house, when y'all couldn't go to the stadium to see your favorite football or basketball games, when y'all couldn't go to the arenas, when y'all couldn't go to the concerts to see your favorite rap star artist or your favorite singer, we got a taste of what it was because a lot of these streets was bare. And we know because we were still out here while a lot of y'all was in fear wearing a mask, praying that God ain't gonna put that coronavirus on you.
That's right.
But now that he kind of lifted that plague off and we're going into another plague, y'all all think that it's all good and fun and games. Right? Everybody's going back to their normal life like nothing gonna happen. Like God's words ain't true. Go ahead and read, up.
And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
Your food in your storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. It's just gonna happen overnight. They ain't gonna tell you that the famine is coming. A lot of y'all go shopping that's used to going shopping is already seeing that a lot of the food is not in the stores how it used to be. Go ahead and read, up.
And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid.
It's going to become a time where you're going to hear a type of trumpet, a type of noise. When you hear it, it's going to suddenly make you afraid. I'm talking about the martial law that's coming to this place, man. It's right around the corner. We're just out here to warn you, whether you hear it for bear, read up.
At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies.
In that time, the time that we're coming into, people are going to fight against one another like enemies. Your best friends is going to fight like enemies, man. Understand that. What you going to do when your baby ain't got no milk? What you going to do when your children ain't got no food? You got to go out and get it. If there ain't no food in the grocery stores, you got to go out and get that food for your children. Go ahead and read up.
And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein.
And everybody gonna be fearful. Everybody gonna be trying to protect the remaining things that they have. The remaining items that you have in your house, you're gonna be trying to protect it. You may have your 45, you may have your AR, but that's not gonna be enough. If people find out that you got food when everybody else doesn't, hey, they coming strong. You gotta hope that you got a whole house full of guns and a whole house full of kids and children that know how to use them. Read up.
The springs of the fountains shall stand still.
The spring of the fountains represent water. Water represents knowledge, truth, wisdom, understanding. That's what the knowledge is referring to. Understand that thing. Go ahead and read up.
And in 3 hours they shall not run.
And in 3 hours, you ain't gonna have no water coming out your faucet. You gonna have to make it to a stream or a river, or you might have to go to the Allegheny right around the corner, man, to get your water. And you better hope that you got them pills to disinfect that water to make it drinkable. Because it ain't gonna be the time when you just put the water up under some fire and blow out all the chemicals. No, these bacteria and things still live in that water. Now I ain't gonna do nothing but give you ulcers in your stomach. Things that's to make it hard for you to prepare yourself. So you're looking at a slow death. Understand this thing, go to read up.
Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world.
And just read that part one more time, Hebrew.
The book of 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 25. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape.
Whosoever remain when the food storehouses is closed, when there ain't no more water around, when you can't feed your families, the only people that's going to escape is what? Read up.
And see my salvation.
We're going to see his salvation because we're keeping God's laws, statutes, and commandments. We out here to tell you to do the same. Read up.
And the end of your world.
And this is going to be the end of your world. We're looking at death. Painful, slow deaths that we're coming into. All because our people don't want to pay attention to God. All because our people don't want to keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments. And let me get the book of Revelation chapter. You got a piece up? All right, give me Revelation 12 and 12. Go ahead and read.
The book of Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 8. The mirth of tabrets ceases.
The mirth and the tabrets ceases. The mirth is your music. There ain't gonna be none of that going out and whining and dining. We've had a little taste of it with the corona. It's gonna go right back to that, but 10 times worse. The same way we getting a little dose of these gas prices spiking because of the thing that they did overseas, over in Russia, right? They hacked our gas supply, but that's just on the East Coast. What's going to happen when they hack the whole America when the gas is fully shorted? When you can't get in your cars, what you going to do then? Go ahead and read, huh?
The noise of them that rejoice endeth. The joy of the harp ceaseth. They shall not drink wine with the song.
They should what?
They shall not drink wine with the song.
They ain't gonna be able to drink wine with the song. You ain't gonna be able to drink and listen to your music the way you comfortable and you doing it now. Read up.
Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it.
Strong drink is gonna be bitter because you ain't gonna be just turn up. You're gonna drink and you're gonna be high off of your liquor or off of your wine, but you're gonna be paranoid behind it. You're gonna be paranoid, worried about who's gonna come up and